STRIVECast is back for another episode of show.
What episode?
Season 4, episode 21.
Yay!
Woo! Yeah!
All right. Good job, guys. What are we going to do today?
Well, did my cues, number one.
Susie's Cues, yeah, of course.
And
My culture.
Yeah, pop culture with Noel.
culture with Rolly Noel. And then Jeff's segment,
Jeff segment, the big question.
the big question.
Okay. Everybody good? What do you think? Should we get going, or do you want anything else to chat about?
No, we can keep going.
All
We
right.
should keep on going.
Okay. Then, Jeff, would you like to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
Take it away,
Welcome
Noel.
to the STRIVECast. Can you tell us about yourself and your role at STRIVEU?
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm the employment coordinator for STRIVEU. So I do a little bit of everything employment-wise over there. I work with the students to make sure that they have their resumes put together, that they know how to do the job search, and that they can kind of identify their skills and their interests. And then I also kind of simultaneously work with local businesses and companies in the area to spread the word about STRIVEU and develop those relationships to create some internships and roles and things like that. So basically a little bit of everything to make sure that all the students at STRIVEU find meaningful work where they're happy and they're thriving.
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting.
You're up, Jeff.
What is an average day look for you?
Yeah, that's definitely a tough question because I think every day looks pretty different for me. I don't think I've had 2 days that were exactly the same yet, but it keeps it interesting. So some days I do like a little bit of job coaching. So I'll go in with some of the students and hang out with them at their job to make sure that they kind of have a good idea of the role when they're first getting started, and that they kind of settle in comfortably and get to know their supervisors well. So some days I'm there on the job. Some days I have kind of a business meeting heavy day where I kind of have to put on my professional outfits and go talk to some local businesses and spread the word about STRIVEU and see what the business's needs are and if there's a role that a STRIVEU student could fill. Some days it's working on resumes with students. So really it's as long as it involves employment, it could be pretty much anything day to day. So keeps it fun and interesting for me, which I love. Thanks, Jeff.
Noel, back to you.
What is your favorite part of your job?
Oh, that's also tough because I love so much of this job. But I think my favorite part is definitely, seeing one of the students, like helping them get into a position and then seeing them kind of take over and really thrive in that position. Because that's, kind of the ultimate goal anyway. So I think that's definitely the best part is just helping the students and then getting to see them kind of take it off on their own and really succeed there.
Jeff, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Pete.
You're welcome, sir.
What is the hardest part of your job?
Yeah, I think the hardest part is probably kind of the opposite of the best part. So I think in any job, I'm sure we've all experienced it. There's struggles and there's hard days and, sometimes there's call outs and things like that. So I think the hardest part is kind of talking to students and employers about when things aren't going so well, which thankfully has not been too much of an issue too far. So it's been mostly good days. But I think that there's always serious conversations involved in employment, and those can be kind of the harder part of the job. It's a little less fun.
We know what that's like, right, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What is something you all looking forward to in 2022?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward. I'm going back to school in the fall to get my master's in social work. So I think I'm really excited to learn some more and then bring it back to Strive and hopefully be able to offer a little bit more knowledge in the area. So I'm pretty excited for that. Very nervous as well, but mostly excited.
God, don't be nervous. You got this. We all support you.
Thank you. Okay, now that I know I have the STRIVEcast behind me, I'll definitely go into it a little more confident. Thank you, Susie.
Yeah.
Jeff, I think you've got our last question.
Yes, I do, Pete.
Okay.
What is one thing you wish everyone will know about StriveU?
Wow. I mean, there's so many great things about StriveU. So I hope this isn't kind of a cop-out answer, but I hope that more people can know about StriveU and in the program because it's just such a unique and really cool program with what it has to offer in so many different areas of support. And so I just think that, I mean, the framework of the program is kind of very unique. And I hope that more people kind of can learn about that and see that for what it is. And maybe it could influence some other programs and just show people what great support can do for anybody. So yeah.
Right. So guys, that's the end of our real questions, our formal questions, if you will. What's the time for now?
Lightning round.
Okay.
Girl.
All right. So as always, Jeff kicks off the lightning round. So Jeff, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Pete.
You're welcome, sir.
Is there famous person you would like to meet?
Ooh.
Gosh, a famous person I would like to meet. I would like to meet any famous person, honestly, because I think that would be really exciting. But if I had to choose someone, if it could be someone who is no longer with us, I think that I would go for that because I'm a huge David Bowie fan, and I think he's had so much influence on pop culture and music as well. So that's someone who, it's too bad that he's no longer with us, but that's someone who I definitely would love to meet. If anybody else is a David Bowie fan or knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Whitney is.
Oh yeah? Oh cool.
Noel
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Noel?
I'm not alone.
Okay. David Bowie. What is your favorite movie?
Oh my gosh, my favorite movie. I think I feel so awful that I'm doing all these cop-out answers, but I think my favorite movie might be Titanic, which is also just recognized as one of the best movies. So
Susie, would you like to weigh in with a lightning round question?
Yes, I do. What is your favorite job besides you?
Well, obviously StriveU is on top, so I'm glad you said besides StriveU. But second, I used to work in a retirement home in memory care for a little while, and I love working with older adults. So I think that would definitely be my favorite thing to do outside of StriveU.
All right, so we're back to Jeff.
Thank you, Pete.
Welcome, Jeff.
What do you like? Bitter, snow, or cold?
Ooh.
Oh, I like the snow and I like the cold, I think. I'm a skier, so I guess I definitely like snowy situations are probably what I'd have to say, and that the season's getting shorter and shorter, so I'll probably have to go for that.
Wow.
Noel, up to you.
Okay, what is your favorite song
Favorite song
or a singer?
or a singer? Okay. I feel like I shouldn't say David Bowie because I already said him once. But I do like the Beatles as well,
Yeah.
because they have a little bit of everything. I don't know if I could pick one single song, but I think that all of their songs are very beautiful. So that would probably be my second one after David Bowie.
I know one song David Bowie sang with Queen is Under Pressure.
Yes, that is a great one. There's some great live videos of that too that I highly suggest checking out if you ever have time.
No, you should look up Wildlife too, because those are that band is hot and I love them.
I will certainly check that out then. You're really selling it for me, Susie. Thank you.
Susie's go-to karaoke band during Strive 25.
Yeah.
Turn into
I
Noel's pop
do.
culture segment here again. And I've lost track. I think it might be back to Susie.
Okay, what is your favorite pet?
My favorite pet? Well, I have a lizard. I have a bearded dragon. And she's pretty funky. She doesn't really do a whole lot. She just kind of sits on her rock and sunbathes. So I feel like I have a lot to learn from her. So I think that would be my favorite pet.
Okay. I think now we bring it to Ryan to bring us home with our famous last question.
Tell us your best joke.
Oh no.
You got
Okay.
this.
Thank you. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
Oh,
No.
good one. I don't know.
One's heavy and one's a little lighter.
Okay, that was really funny.
Thank you. Not original. I definitely stole that, but
Well, Kiana, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And Jeff, would you like to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
Your ad is right here.
All right. How do they get to advertise, Susie? How much does it cost?
5 tier of the whole season, but 10 of 5 be 60% of our show.
I'm confused by those prices. I think it's
$5 gets you 60% of the show. $10 gets you the whole show. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
There you go. So for $10, you can advertise a whole show.
That they will call in with, and she will pick it up and put the logo right on the spot.
Yeah, 207-774-6278 or STRIVECast at pslstrive.org.
And she will pick it up and
Whitney is standing by to take your calls.
standing by. Good.
All right. Then Jeff, why don't you take us to break?
Okay, Pete. We'll be right back.
We're back. What's the time for now?
Susie's Cues. Oh yeah.
The ever popular Susie's Cues segment. Here we go. Jeff, did you want to score?
song or are we doing scores?
I think that was it. I think we're good to go.
Okay. Well, let's do a score update for Jeff.
Let's do that while
Yes.
Susie's getting
Thank you,
prepared.
Whitney.
All right. So in 5th place, we have Jeff with 37 points. 4th place, Susie with 39 points.
Yes.
And a tie for 3rd place, Noel and Pete with 48 points.
Coming after you.
2nd place, Ryan with 65 points. And way ahead of the group is Alex in 1st place with 83 points.
Holy moly.
Guacamole.
Teach.
Go Alex.
Never.
So Susie, let's see how scores changed today. What are the cues about?
Well, good for asking that. Today is about George Washington.
Ooh, here we go.
Washington.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, read the first question.
George Washington never went to school.
So true or false? George Washington never went to school. And as always, we'll start with Susie.
Oh, thanks, Rick. That's so sweet of you. Oh,
Big every week.
true.
True. Alex?
I think false.
False. No.
Okay. Let's see. Yep, thoughts.
False. Jeff?
Whitney, I'm going with true.
True. Ryan?
True.
And Pete.
I'm with the boys. I'm going true also.
All right. Well, good for those of you that said true. I'm sorry, Alex and no, the answer is true. George Washington was homeschooled and self-taught that never had a formal education.
Okay, George Washington.
Alex is questioning that answer.
I'm questioning the wording of that question.
Alex, you have to deal with it.
Noel, Noel has his hand raised.
Noel's complaining about it too, Alex.
Oh, he also was a famous liar, and he shot down the cherry tree.
Well, maybe there's a question about that.
Yeah.
Let's hear what number 2 is.
Minus
You
20
do.
points for Alex for complaining.
Okay. Repeating here.
Okay.
George Washington was first president of was elected in 1789.
So true or false? George Washington was our first president and was elected in 1789. And we will go backwards and start with Pete.
This is a tricky one. I'm going to go false.
False. Ryan?
False.
Jeff?
Whitney, I'm going with true.
True.
One. True all the way.
True all the way. Alex?
True as well.
True. And Susie?
False.
False.
True, man.
But they think.
What
Yes.
is your response?
Yes,
Susie, what was your answer?
true.
True. All right. Well, I'm sorry, Ryan and Pete. The answer is true. He was elected the first electoral college and the only president to be elected unanimously.
Okay.
Number 3.
Washington lived happily with his wife, Martha, for 40 years in the White House.
So, true or false? George Washington lived happily with his wife, Martha, for 40 years in the White House.
40 years?
40.
40.
And we are going to start with Alex.
A lot of parts to the questions this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to go false.
False. Susie?
Okay.
I'm gonna let Miss Woodhouse say false.
Right. Thoughts.
Jeff?
Whitney, I am going to go with true.
But his house.
Ryan?
True.
Not the way. Thoughts.
Noel?
Thoughts all the way.
And Pete?
You know, I think it should be false, but I want to say true, but I'll go false.
Well, that's good, Pete, because the answer is false.
Boom.
They were married for 40 years, but they did not live in
Hmm,
the house because it had not been built yet.
Ah,
wow.
Points for Susie, Alex, Noel, and Pete.
40 years in the White House would be a long time.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay. George Washington was What is this word? What help?
George Washington was a Republican.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Let's start with Ryan.
True.
True.
that's
Yeah.
one.
Who?
Pete.
Oh, I'm gonna go false.
False.
8-1.
Jeff.
Wendy, I'm going with true.
No.
False.
False.
Yes.
Alex
I think false too.
and Susie.
I think with the White House, that means false also.
False also. Well, I'm sorry, Jeff and Ryan. The answer is actually false. George Washington did not like political parties and was very unhappy that they developed.
Mhm.
Okay, this
All right.
is the
A big one?
not true or false.
Okay.
Hey,
Not.
let's
true.
review the score rules. 10 points for correct, right on, and 5 for closest without going over.
Okay.
And
You
if it's a tie, we split the points.
said that right, yes.
All right, go ahead.
Can you guess how many terms he serves as a president? A hint. A number between 1 and 5.
Ooh.
So can you guess how many terms George Washington served as president? It's a number between 1 and 5. Can't remember where we left off, so we'll have Susie start.
4.
4. Alex?
2.
2.
I think she said
No.
1.
2.
2. Jeff?
Wendy, I'm going for 5.
5. Ryan?
3.
3. And Pete?
1.
1. Well, guys, we have a tie for the number 1 answer. And he served 2 times. So Alex and Noel both get 5 points. So,
So Susie, why don't you sing us out while I cry about how bad I'm losing?
Please do.
Please cry.
Please.
Ew.
Please. Everyone,
Nice. Here's the score.
all right, we have no ties in the placement anymore. So in 6th place is Jeff with 39 points.
39.
39. In 5th place, we have Susie with 43 points.
Yes.
4th place, we have Pete with 51 points. 3rd place, Noel. He had some movement today with 56 points.
Big 5-pointer at the end.
Ryan in 2nd place still with 66 points. And in 1st place, she has now made it into the 90s with 91 points is Alex.
Oh my.
1st place.
Oh,
All right. So Jeff, why don't you take us to break?
okay, Whitney. We'll be right back.
Pop culture with Noel. Sit down and have fun sitting in happiness.
Sitting in happiness. Here we go. What are we going to talk about today, buddy?
Oh, today is the new show, season 2 trailer is out on Netflix. Power Rangers Dino Fury. The new trailer is out on Netflix.
Season 2 of Dark Knight Fury on Netflix yet or not yet, or season 2?
It's just a trailer, what yet to come.
When does it come out?
March 3rd.
March 3rd, right around the corner.
Oh, no, I thought that was gonna come out in the spring, is what I've heard.
Okay. But when you find it on Netflix, it will say March 3rd.
March
I
3rd
think
is
some people might consider March spring.
March 3rd is 1 week from Thursday.
Thank you, Noel. Thank you for the update.
You're welcome. And the next one will be, and not the Nightmare movie. It's the time for the, let's see, the movie of pop culture. It's, being with, Jurassic Park, the new movie is coming
The
out.
new Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
How's that look?
I haven't, because we
Hold on.
saw the trailer at the Super Bowl on
Oh.
it. Yeah, and that's about it.
That's about
Can
it.
I ask you what the Nightmare movie is? I heard you mumble, not the
I'm scared
Nightmare
about the
movie.
Nightmare movie.
Oh, I think I would join.
Mama?
Okay. So spread the word about March 3rd to your friends and neighbors. Here we go. The new Power Ranger show, movie.
I think Jeff should be a Power.
Yeah, both of you. All three of you. Susie can be the Pink Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah, I love that.
Although I guess in 2022, anybody can be any color ranger they want.
yeah, and I think
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
pour
be red. Actually,
more
I'm gonna be the
of the
gold.
red.
Okay. Noel, anything else for your segment?
No, not really.
Okay. Then Jeff, you want to take us a break?
Yes, Mrs. Pete. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for.
Just
My segment.
That's right, Jeff's segment, the big question with Jeff. What do you got for us today, my friend?
What is the biggest brontosaurus?
Ooh.
6.7.
6.7.
6.7?
6.7.
Yeah.
I think it's 7 tons in one period of a walk.
Wow. It's big.
Okay. I've got the answer when you're ready.
I do not have.
I don't either.
Anybody want to guess? How many tons between 1 and 25?
I go 75.
Nope. Between 1 and 25.
Oh,
24.
That's pretty close.
yeah, I go 4.
15 tons.
Wow.
The largest
Well,
species of brontosaurus, the B.
Holy
alexius,
moly.
weighed up to 15 tons and measured up to 22 feet long from head to tail. They actually haven't found the skull of that brontosaurus yet, even, which is weird.
Wow.
Oh, a skull. Yeah, I love skulls.
Not the biggest dinosaur that ever lived, though. The biggest dinosaur that ever lived is the Dreadnoughtus, the largest dinosaur. He was 26 meters or 80 feet, 85 feet long. He weighed about 65 tons. There you go.
How about a T-Rex?
Please hold. Largest.
Dinosaur.
That is the Dreadnoughtus is the largest dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
World's largest T-Rex, 43 feet long.
Wow.
Found in Canada. His nickname was Scotty.
Scotty?
Scotty.
Scotty the T-Rex.
Scotty the T-Rex.
Scotty the T-Rex.
43
Scotty the
feet long.
T-Rex.
19,400 pounds, making it bigger than any other carnivorous dinosaur yet discovered. There you go. So Scotty, the oldest T-Rex. There you go. This has been Dinosaurs with Pete.
Jeff, do you have any other big questions for us?
Yes, Whitney. Actually, the pterodactyl.
What's the biggest pterodactyl?
Yes.
Ooh, good question.
I feel like they can't be that heavy because they fly. Those are the flying ones, right?
I always forget you spell pterodactyl with a silent P. All right. Scientists say they've discovered the largest Jurassic predator in history with a wingspan of more than 8 feet and a mouthful of sharp teeth. The largest animal that's ever flown. So good point, Whitney. I don't know any pounds, but it said it was found in the Isle of Skye in Scotland. And it's very large, wingspan of more than 8 feet. And that's what we got. No pounds given.
Did they ever find the pterodactyl?
They did in Scotland, the world's largest one.
Oh. I think that's it, Pete.
Okay. Well, good job today, Jeff. Thank you. Do you want to take us to break?
Yes, Pete.
Wait, well, first, who won this segment?
Actually, who won the segment is going to be
Yes.
Pete.
Take that
Remind
out.
me how many points you get for that?
1 million points. Right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
Listeners like you.
Listeners like
Kiana
you.
Plumer.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
The one that
Thanks
we've
for
had a great
listening.
interview with.
Yeah. And how could somebody be our listener of the week, guys?
Calling or email with. She will pick it up and just her first thing you do is talk to them.
This is to be listener of the week. Just let us know you're listening. Comment, post, leave a review, send us an email, give us a call, anything. We want to hear from you. Okay. Jeff, you want to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
We're back.
Back.
We're back.
What, guys?
we. Yep. About to wrap it up.
Right.
The wrap.
Up, it.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
I think everybody's tired from that busy show we had. So,
Up. Oh yeah.
Oh, what is the wrap today?
The wrap today, a buffalo chicken fish wrap.
ooh,
Ew.
you had me till the fish.
Okay.
All right. Wrap of the day is buffalo chicken fish wrap.
Ew.
Why we're not a sandwich shop right there in one.
Yep.
Guys, anything we want to thank Kiana Plumer for coming on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Our employment coordinator. If you're a business that would like to work with StriveU, you can reach out to her. You can reach her at our central office.
And
Anything
if
else?
you want to work for us, if you really want to have an interest in working for us, Strive is still hiring with a sign-on bonus of $500 still.
That's
Check
right.
out pslstrive.org/employment for information of our employment opportunities to work with us.
Good point,
You
Ryan.
apply, and if you get the job, you get that $500 sign-on bonus.
Great. Okay. Anybody else have anything that they'd like to say before we leave? Noel?
No.
It looked like he did.
Don't forget about Strive Rocks. Strive Rocks the USA. So no matter where in the USA or beyond you're listening to this podcast from, you can join us at Strive Rocks.
I do have a question about what so Strive Worldwide. What about whatever games what they do? We can do the same kind of games on Strive Rocks.
Great idea. Bring it to the next meeting.
Great.
Yeah.
So
We
let's
can
say
have,
thanks to everybody for listening, and then we'll see them next week, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we can have a space theme.
Okay. If you'd like to have input on what happens at Strive Rocks, Whitney is also standing by for that. So give us a call.
And
Yeah.
bring it to the phone for many reasons.
All right.
She is sticking her hand if the grid goes to her hands and put that phone to her hand and she was stuck.
That's right.
Is she in the waiting room, Peter?
We're gonna have so many calls. The phone's gonna be stuck to Whitney's hand. So.
All right, let's say goodbye for the week.
Bye.
Bye.